A civil society organization has identified a lacuna in the Petroleum Industry and Governance Bill 2020, advising that the Ministry of Petroleum Resources must be restructured into administrative and professional organs to avoid redundancy. At a media interface in Abuja, it noted that beyond optimizing the revenue generation capacity to fund critical infrastructure, the sector must be strengthened to provide the policy framework needed, without which Nigeria's quest in the oil and gas sector may be compromised. Correspondent Habida Lawal reports.
Over the years, various forms of benefits for oil-producing communities put in place by the federal government had failed to address the exploitation, degradation and deprivation suffered by the communities. This civil organization argues that despite the pace and intent behind the timely passage of the Petroleum Industry Bill 2020, there is need to draw attention to the challenges of a neglected professional workforce within the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, whose very setup can save certain operational costs and ensure efficient running of the sector. Among other things, it is asking that a professional organ be created under the National Petroleum Directorate, which would serve as the technical expert arm of the ministry, empowered by law and made up of non-pool staff.
This PIB must be functional to the extent that it must be able to grow a system that it will become part of the Nigerian people, and Nigerians will not just see it as the only means. And that is why if you look at the proposed law has not created a window for policy sustenance and policy innovation and policy renewal.
On the National Assembly to subject the bill to a thorough public debate. This would afford Nigerians the best opportunity to properly interrogate all issues relating to the bill with a view of addressing all hitherto neglected areas.
Over 100 oil and gas professionals were recruited in the Ministry of Petroleum Resources by the Federal Civil Service Commission to form the proposed National Petroleum Directorate as the professional arm of the Ministry of Petroleum Resources. They were trained both locally and internationally for effective and efficient implementation of a new petroleum industry legal regime. But the professionals have remained underutilized for the said purpose, and now, under the Petroleum Industry Bill 2020, they appear set to suffer the same fate as the bill fails to situate and contemplate their integration into the system.